this is ridiculous. This is I mean, why is the president watching while the time of Rivers people are being wasted? The time of Governor Fubara to govern the state and deliver dividends of democracy is being wasted. They are making his government ungovernable. That is what they're doing. They're distracting him. This is distraction. I supported Wike. At the beginning, I didn't. Because of this riverine upland dichotomy thing that I had explained. I have nothing against him. He's my younger brother. He calls me auntie. But the truth of the matter is that when it was clear to me that it was better, as far as I was seeing it, for Wike to do a second tenure, equal tenure, for the sake of peace, like Fubara said, he would do anything for peace, and that he had even knelt down, which I'm offended by. But he said it on national TV. But it's okay, because that's as far as he said he's prepared to go for peace. But he said that he's not prepared to give his liver or his kidney. Instead, he will go back to his wife. It's not that he left her, but what it means is that instead, he will leave their governance for them. And I think I agree with him. Because to say that he should go and represent, who are they? They are no longer lawmakers. They can fool themselves. They can deceive themselves. They can say, well, they've been anybody who told them to walk out and do what they did, deceive them. The person who told them, whether it's one person or 10 people, that told them it was okay and that legally we can fix it. It's very clear. You cannot fix this thing legally. It says so. The law is very clear. That if you leave your party on which platform you entered the House of Assembly and you cross over, you've lost your seat. Your seat is vacant. And at the time, the right thing was done by here when he went to court and declared their seat vacant and called on the rec to INEC at that time to conduct election. Now, it was still in this illegal, unconstitutional meeting or signing of those two pieces of paper that they made the governor to sign, that he was also told that he should withdraw that case. And that case was withdrawn. But they now did not withdraw their own case. So who is now disobeying? As a matter of fact, who is disobeying the president? As far as whatever they agreed to the president is concerned. Don't forget, David Briggs has told us what happened in that meeting. We all know what happened in that meeting. And we all know what they made the governor of Rivers State to agree to and to sign. And one of those things was that that case should be withdrawn. And that case was withdrawn. And he lost his position as speaker and now became the chief of staff. So it's not the fault of the remaining 3 or 4 constituents that are represented. It's not their fault. So because 27 or whatever people now walked out on their constituents and INEC refused to conduct an election so that they can have representation, does that now mean that the people whose representatives are still members should also lose out? Why should they lose out? What do they mean by quorum? A quorum is made up of the number, the original number at any given time. But at the time they left, the total number was 4 or 5. And so if there are 4 people out of 5 or 3 people out of 5, it's a quorum. What are they talking about? And then you see the judiciary now standing on his head naked, standing on his head naked. The woman was blindfolded. She has a stall in one hand and she has a scale in one hand, so that she can't see, so she can only hear. And that's the only way you can be fair. So when you strike, whichever way you strike, that is it. Now, the judiciary today, not all of them, some of them, as I'm seeing them today, they're standing naked on their head. They are justifying political illegalities. They are justifying lies, but daylight lies. How can you say that you didn't defect? And as a matter of fact, that when you were seen waving flag, that is somebody put your head on another person's body. Do they know that these things can be measured scientifically? Do they know that it can be measured to the sole of their shoes and know that it is them that was waving that flag? Are they talking to fools? Because they are fools, do they think everybody is a fool? You know, so the truth of the matter is that Rivers State needs peace. And we will continue to call on the president until he says, don't call on me. Because the president cannot pretend that he has no interest. But the president has an interest in what's going on in Rivers State. He can't tell me he doesn't. Because the only way he can convince me that he doesn't is to make sure that he stops. How does he make sure? He has to make sure that the people who have left remain left. Let them stay in his party. He says there is children. Let them stay there. Let INEC conduct an election. If they want, let them come and let their APC give them a ticket. They are all APC people. How many of them? They can run in all the local governments. Their number qualifies them. They can let them run. If the people of the local government vote them in, let them come and sit down and impeach Fubara if they have the quorum. And let us see if Rivers people will allow them. But until such a time, the president should be seen and heard to be doing the right thing, not pretending to be doing the right thing. No. No. Just saying there should be peace in Rivers State, that doesn't bring peace. That doesn't bring peace in Rivers State. We're not at peace. What's happening in Rivers State is totally unacceptable. When the president was the governor of Lagos State, Obasanjo did not do to him what is being done to Fubara today as he is the president. And look at how he fought Obasanjo. He fought Obasanjo hands down. Eventually, all his money was paid to him. And he got everything that he wanted. It's the same voting. It's the same way he got to be governor that Fubara got to be governor. It's the same way he got to be president that Fubara got to be president. There is no difference between him and Fubara. The only difference is that he is president of Nigeria. Fubara is governor of Rivers State, if you like, president of Rivers State. The president, Tinubu, knows what is going on in Rivers State. He has an interest. He's a politician. He has an interest in Rivers State. Not only does he have an interest in Rivers State, he has an interest in all the oil, 4 oil major producing states in Niger Delta. Now, some of us also read the international papers and follow the ups and downs of the oil and follow what is happening in the world and know that if Israel bombs the oil fields of Syria or Tehran, or if they can't produce oil, the price of oil will go up, and that Nigeria will need a higher output and all those type of things. And we're hearing things like, oh, there is oil theft and stuff like that. There is no oil theft. They know what is going on. But what is going on, I don't call it oil theft. They know exactly what is going on. So Rivers State is a key player when it comes to oil and gas. And anybody who is interested in the resources of rivers that is coming from River State and Niger Delta should be primarily interested in the peace and calm of River State and the Niger Delta. And there are all they all know the key players. I too am a key player in the Niger Delta. I've been speaking for my people for the past 26 years. I have experience. I know what is good for my people and what is not good for my people, and I will continue to speak. President Tinubu should know that it is easier for him to work with the things, the people of the place of the things that he is interested in. It is easier for him to work with us. That includes the governors. That includes the people. You see, it's very difficult for a group of people to, moving forward, own the whole resources of the Niger Delta. If I keep quiet, somebody else will not keep quiet. If I keep quiet, my children may not keep quiet. Their children may not keep quiet. A lot is going on in the world, and it's as a result of what has happened before. There is a scenario playing out, I wouldn't mention it. There is a scenario playing out. And that scenario that is playing out has been going on since 1948. But today, the reaction of "you don't do" is what is playing out in 2024. So, the president, please, Mr. President, do not let anybody tell you, pretend you don't know what is happening in River State or Niger Delta, or don't say these Niger Delta people, they will kill themselves, they will do this, you will still get what you want. It's a lie. There are people that are emerging, that has emerged, that things like they happened before are not going to happen in 2027. They won't happen in 2027.